Lately, I've been thinking a lot about purpose, not in a deep philosophical way, just in a normal, everyday kind of way. The kind of thinking you do when you're lying in bed at night, wondering, what am I actually supposed to be doing with my life? Maybe you've asked yourself that question too, because if we're being honest, a lot of us are looking for something, a direction, a calling, a business idea, a career, a sign as well. Something that finally makes us feel like we are on the right path. I've spent years searching, trying different things, exploring different opportunities, wondering what will finally be the thing. Is it fashion, consulting, business ideas, content creation? At this point, my mind has explored enough possibilities to start its own country. But underneath all those ideas was always the same question: what am I actually meant to do? Because there's something scary about not knowing, especially when it feels like everybody else has already figured it out. Sometimes I look around and people seem so certain. They know what they want, they have plans, they have direction. And meanwhile, you're over here questioning everything every other week. And maybe that's where you are right now. Maybe you're searching too. Maybe you've been waiting for some huge moment of clarity, some revelation, some sign from heaven, something that suddenly makes everything make sense. I think that's what I was waiting for. But recently, I started noticing something. Whenever I have conversations with my friends or my family members, they often say similar things. You always encourage me. I feel motivated after talking to you. You make me believe that I can actually do it. And for the longest time, I burned it off. I didn't really think it meant anything. I thought, okay, maybe I'm just good at talking. But the more I thought about it, the more I started asking myself a different question. What if the things that come naturally to us aren't random? What if the things people consistently experience around us are clues? Not the whole picture, but clues. Because here's what's interesting. Even when I'm confused about my own life, I still find myself encouraging other people. Even when I don't know what I'm doing, I somehow know how to help someone else believe they can keep going, which is honestly a little funny. Like, I must say, but it made me to wonder, what if purpose isn't always hidden? What if part of it is already showing up in our lives quietly, consistently, over and over again? And maybe we've ignored it because it feels too ordinary. Maybe we've been looking for something dramatic while overlooking what's natural. For me, one of the things has always been encouraging people, helping people see possibilities, helping people believe they can do more than they think, making people feel less alone. And maybe that's why content creation keeps finding its way back into my life. No matter how many times I try to put a hold on it, no matter how many other ideas I explore, I keep coming back to this: talking, sharing, connecting with people, encouraging, because something about it feels like home. Now, am I saying I figured out my purpose completely? Absolutely not. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, still trying things, still becoming. But I think I'm finally paying attention, not just to the things that make money, not just to the things that sound impressive, not just to the things that people tell me I should do, but to things that make me come alive, the things that feel natural, the things that leave me feeling fulfilled. And maybe that's something you should pay attention to as well. What do people consistently thank you for? What comes naturally to you? What kind of conversations energize you? In what do you keep coming back to even after you've tried to move on from it? The answers aren't as far away as they seem. Maybe purpose isn't always something you discover. Maybe part of it is something you recognize. Maybe it's been showing up in your life for years, quietly waiting for you to notice. I don't have all the answers yet, but if but for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm listening. And honestly, that feels like the beginning of something.